Abusianfoɔ native for Parliament. They say no, near my course of Parliament. In himself, vet and aseno. Na Afenyo mark intimi bisa question bia ni new council bisa unnecessary questions any other and they say na mas speaking for campo again jai ni council keys ni council ni ka de ba no bisa question ni council de ba jai ni ade ene ministers awondo eko parliament call parliament no kwa or addressing ni me koso ni ministry. Now more the more possible and questions either been able me constituency no be a pre-impunjo money young on our constituency. So then Afenyo man could be and question man transform a year. Kwame Agboja go resigning. Air catchings we see time. Stop wasting our time asking unnecessary questions. Come then go ahead a year honorable Agboja government. Just say a year majority that go and joining more made on Matiano Parliament. Come then go ahead and see a banner and come out at also.
Mr. Speaker, with respect.
Am I right?
Mr. Speaker, you are not right. With respect. Mr. Speaker, don't let us go in on a certain part. The mood is not good for controversy. Mr. Speaker, on the Techima issue, one was withdrawn. She came to insist. So this is the final one. Let me proceed to end the day on that.
Yes, but honorable member, if you ask a question and the
Mr.
minister
Speaker,
said...
she decided to, because that was withdrawn. She decided to go to emphasize that. So this is a fifth question. This is a final question, with respect. Mr. Speaker, I want to know from the...
Or I overrule you.
Which one?
Minister withdrew the question or I overrule you. Or you have withdrawn the question.
Yes, that's what I did.
After answering?
No, she decided to go to emphasize the same point again. It wasn't based on the question. This is my faith. Please.
Well, you may ask your last question.
Very well. Mr. Speaker, are you participating in the process? Mr. Speaker, I want to know from the minister whether the ministry has conducted any baseline assessment of existing agro-processing capacity across the country. And if so, how is this informing the rollout of the policy? What I'm saying is that has your ministry conducted any baseline assessment of the existing agro-processing
to litigate on an issue which is actually an issue which we shouldn't have done? And then he took so long. Mr. Speaker, the House has got ministers of state also as members here. We see regularly colleagues insisting that ministers of state who are members of parliament should sit here. Mr. Speaker, is this the best way to spend 2.5 hours? Isn't it the case that democracy should be practiced with some responsibility? Mr. Speaker, it should never be the case that the fact that we have liberties as leaders, we can be taken on a ride. We can be taken on a ride where a leader can hijack the House and go on his own frolic for 2.5 hours and expect all of us to sit here and be listening. Mr. Speaker, I think that leadership should work on this. It is just not fair. Everybody says members of parliament are stressed and it's affecting our health. Why can't this affect our health? Mr. Speaker, the next time there are questions, Mr. Speaker, when you see any of us on a tangent that is leading to nowhere, I suggest that you stop us in our track. This is not fair. It is not fair.
Very well, Honorable Minister.
We've all been in leadership before.
Yes,
I've been a leader
Minister,
before.
Your point is well noted. Your point is well noted. Yes, Majority.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, our rules are very clear. Order 77. 77.1 says a minister, a member, or the head of an independent constitutional body shall, by order of the House, attend a sitting of the House to answer a question. But 2 is what is...
Make that request for the records.
I am asking you to repeat your question.
Very well, then so be it. The minister and her leader should tell the backbench to at least be quiet so that the minister can hear. He set fire and then he went to have his lunch. He's back to set another fire.
Honorable Minority Leader, the simple request I made is repeat your question.
Mr. Speaker, that is so, but the backbench must be quiet so that the minister can hear. And the leader of government business must tell his backbench to be quiet. He set fire in the house, he left, he's back. If he wants to set fire again, so be it, he should. Mr. Speaker, to ask the minister to confirm whether the policy includes targeted support for smallholder farmers and agro-processors, particularly in rural areas, to ensure inclusive participation in the value chain.
Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the policy does not include smallholder farmers. That is in the domain of the Ministry of Agriculture. What we do is commercial contract farming.
What informed the selection of Techiman as the first place for implementation of this policy and not in Boko? Not
yes,
Honorable in any Minister. Other place in Ghana. You said Techiman. That is what you said.
Honorable Minister, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, my answer to Honorable Osahene Alexander Kwame Na Afenyo Markins did not include the starting of any project in Techiman. And my answer did not include Techiman. I thank you very much.
Mr. Speaker, with respect.
Any further question?
Mr. Speaker, that is so. This is a House of Records. This is the House of Records.
Time round is on selection Techiman for acquisition of land.
Mr. Speaker, with the greatest respect, I repeat myself. My answer did not mention Techiman. And it's here. You can play back the answer I gave. I did not mention Techiman. Thank you very much.
Mr. Speaker,
Honourable members, order.
The minister is a lawyer, and she knows the consequences.
Honourable members, order.
Mr. Speaker, I leave the consequences to her. The record will bear me out. Mr. Speaker, can the minister share with us, by way of clarity, the role of district-level industrial zones or agro-processing hubs in the operationalization of the policy, and whether timelines have been set for the establishment?
Yes, Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Because the MP for Efutu mentioned the fact that I have to indicate that I am a lawyer and I know what I say. And I'll answer questions that have been asked. I will not go beyond a question that have been asked. He asked Techiman, and once Techiman was not mentioned, I end there. Techiman was not mentioned, and I repeat myself. You can look at the Hansard when it's done. Then my next one. Yes, Mr. Speaker, the policy dialogue will start so that he'll be able to share his experiences and then also bring to bear what you want the policy to have. It's a big dialogue, and every important person in this space will be invited, including the minority leader. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Speaker.
Any further question?
Mr. Speaker, if the minister is unable to share with us whether there will be district-level zones and agro-processing hubs just because it's not been launched, that is it. that's fine. And it's also clear that since he was sworn in January, he's telling us that she's yet to.
Honorable Minority,
that's fine.
Honorable Minority Leader, with all due respect, I mean, as a leader, I always advent your mind to Order 88.7. I always advent your mind to Order 88.7 that you cannot address the House, you can't raise any argument or offer an opinion when a member is asking questions. These are things prohibited by the rules. So let's go by the rules.
Speaker, we always are guided. Mr. Speaker, in an answer by saying that indeed, since he took office, this policy has not been rolled out yet. And then she also indicated that it is only at the launch that some of the issues will come up. Mr. Speaker, may I therefore know from her whether, as part of the policy, there is a specific strategy production with international markets, particularly under the African Free Continental Trade Area framework?
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. The Africa Continental Free Trade Area is already working, and as part of the mandate of the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, we are supposed to link local industry to take advantage of what AFTA presents. This does not need the agribusiness policy for same to happen. I'm happy to inform the House that we are already linking businesses to international community, and this does not need the policy. After it's on course, we are doing harmonization, we are helping people to be export ready, to take advantage of what AFTA presents. And so we don't need that policy. The policy is okay to maybe help other people to...
This is my fifth question. You disallowed one.
I'd never disallowed any
question.
question.
No, you did. You said that one was so... I withdrew that. No, so this is the fifth.
I never disallowed
Mr.
any
Speaker,
question.
you may guide us. This is the fifth question.
Yes. First, your question was the targeted support. Second, what informed the opinion in choosing Techima? 3, why was Techima chosen for the acquisition of the land? 4, the district level this thing. Then the 5 is the local production linking with the international markets.
Afenyo marketing sanoti udinechia wanhwe obeya no abre ukuru kekansema eni kwanso beka echi no onu Kwame Agboja government and I say ni a leader ni bidao then time gonna wo Afenyo magu majority leader ni na minority leader ni bida so obi minister biba then time am minister sebano na we busy questions according to the rules we don't ask more questions embro one duration of 1 elko ABA na the other banner critical issue. Well, we can spend more time on that and not more than 2 hours. But we have so many ministers anyway. We have 16 ministers. So just in case in 5 and above parliament, now Nepal could be spending fancy 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. I don't Kwame Agboja government say come on some 2.5 hours. Now that 2.5 hours now we're spending more calculate that ben on like parliament be close. So a say Ghanaians go and put in say I know Kwame Agboja government I can't say man for doing say parliament now say oh or no kwa ube bet na sa we waste 2 times like a candidate company health near that. These are the things I'm on your health because the more check or because of what Afenyo markings. Asking unnecessary questions. Trade Minister and none by About no see or Ponkoma complain a busan some relevant question at what matter for Ponkoma question I know said the busan. Abra ye busada. And no, and I just say, oh, Jenny was yama a ye, Mahama, Ayaraga, and ne a Kwame Guda Govins. I is on the society, a good monsoon minister. On the society, and they will lose in anger. And why they will do first on any minister, and they know to make a Canadian power parliament. For bay minister, about calm near that the Pataneno, or you cannot drink patch and the patches and the Enyas and Getua. I see when you go a sepator, and MP Manugunide, Kowaji, or parliamentar. And semi brain the APP or parliamentar. No, and I say no. Concerning about a year, the ladies, the women's bank, I don't know. Trade militants, HHrimpa, and a tossum and my good job on component or satisfied. But now from your market wasn't satisfied. Never been a cause of parliament a bit my actually under the comment such meetings was share and more down for so in your beer. I have one each, Akroma.